Welcome to Home and Lifestyle TV. We take you around the Dallas-Fort Worth area and beyond, bringing you the highlights, home improvement, design trends, beauty, style, travel, and the best restaurants and entertainment Dallas-Fort Worth has to offer. Everything home and lifestyle, we bring it all home.
From the Gaylord Texan Resort, where Summerfest, just like the summer heat, is in full swing. Now, each summer holds a new theme for visitors during Summerfest. Today, we're going to reveal that theme while flying through some of the coolest attractions at the hottest destination, right here on Lake Grapevine. Now, to guide us through this summer's fantastic journey, we're going to meet up with our favorite tour guide for family fun and adventure, Gaylord Texan's own Martha Niebling.
Hi, Tara. Welcome back.
Well, thank you.
Are you ready for some high-flying adventure?
Always, yes.
Well, this is our 16th annual Summerfest at Gaylord Texan. This year, we're featuring the adventures of Peter Pan.
I love Peter Pan and Tinkerbell.
Captain Hook, Wendy, Neverland. It's all here through September 2nd.
Hey, has anyone seen my shadow? Me and the Lost Boys heard Captain Hook has hidden his treasure in a scavenger hunt. We're on our way to go look for it. Would you like to come with us?
Yes.
That looks like fun.
Peter, come on, it's time to fly!
This way, everyone. Follow me.
We can't wait to see what's in store for families with the adventures of Peter Pan.
Yeah, well, let's start our journey and see what adventures await.
I'm ready for some pixie dust, Martha.
I have some.
So we can fly through this adventure.
Let's go.
Hey Martha, you know Peter was looking for a shadow earlier. You think we'll find it here?
Good thinking, Tara. You know, the escape rooms are such a fun experience. Maybe we will find a shadow in there.
Let's go. Race against the clock as you and your team attempt to solve riddles and puzzles to escape the one-of-a-kind blacklight experience in Escape to Neverland. Or embark on Captain Hook's ship in Pirate's Revenge in search of Peter Pan's shadow. After so much fun and so many things to choose from, I'm just looking for something
A little creative, perhaps?
Yes.
I know just the place.
Let's go.
Tara, kids and parents alike will let their inner artist come to life by decorating a Peter Pan themed canvas or treasure chest.
Well, am I free to express myself?
Oh, yeah, please do. There you go. This is Wendy's Journey to Neverland, where we tell the story of Peter Pan like it's never been told before. Kids take an active role in the story when they join Wendy on an interactive tour that explores the landmarks of Neverland. Young adventurers will meet their favorite characters and participate in guided activities and exclusive photo opportunities along the way.
Look here, everyone. This is where I live.
Martha, I have to say this is all so much fun. I will never want to grow up.
Well, as you can see, there's so much going on for Summerfest this year, but a big reason why people come to the Gaylord is to make a splash in our 10-acre outdoor water park, Paradise Springs.
At Paradise Springs, families enjoy a 600-foot-long winding lazy river and a 6,000-square-foot family lagoon with a walk-in beach, 2 horseshoe-shaped hot tubs, a 27-foot water slide, a designated toddler pool, and water basketball. Cabanas are available for rental and a great way to enjoy it all while fun and relaxation are made in the shade. Making the experience even bigger is the giant water tree house with winding water slides, a lagoon, a dump bucket, and a variety of water features. Well, after this long magical day, I think I'm about ready to put on my pajamas.
Well, that is perfect timing because our next stop is our Light Up the Night pajama party and Dream On video show.
Wow, that sounds very storybook-like. Tell me more.
It's like being magically transported straight to Neverland. You join the crowd for a night of music, dancing, and glow-tastic fun. Let your imagination run wild as you watch the enchanting world of Neverland come alive on our Mission Plaza facade in this video mapping show. The most fantastic way to end a day of Peter Pan adventures.
We hope you'll take the opportunity to fly through these amazing adventures with your family and friends, like we did at Gaylord Texan Resort during Summerfest. Activities run through September 2nd. But the best way to experience all the family fun this summer is with an overnight stay that includes activities for adults as well as children and much more. You have to go online to see all of these events to really get an idea of how much fun is waiting for you during this summer event, or check out their Facebook page for more. To join in all the family fun, simply go to gaylordtexan.com/summerfest.
We'll see you here for the time of your life.
Happy Summerfest!
Hey everybody, this is one of my favorite tips for great hydration, appetite suppressant, and toxin release. This is a citrus water that I drink every day, and I put the juice from an orange, a lime, and a lemon into my big jug, my BPA-free bottle. I just squeeze all the juice out. The lime and the lemon help to balance out the pH levels in your body. The orange also helps with the appetite suppressant. So now you've got all the water that you'll need in a day: citrus, toxin relief, stress relief, energy boosting, appetite suppressant, all in one. This is For Your Health for Home and Lifestyle TV.
Catch a wave right here in North Texas at the authentic Baja-inspired Costa Vida Fresh Mexican Grill. From handmade tortillas to cheesy quesadillas, the food, service, and atmosphere will have you feeling like you're hanging by the beach.
Being inspired by the Baja Coast, we have an array of flavors. We have everything from our honey habanero to our mango salsa. You're going to love all these items, and it's going to make you feel like you're on the coast. Fresh romaine lettuce, Roma tomatoes, it's all fresh. We have something for everyone. We have a traditional enchilada sauce made with Guajillo, Mulatto, and New Mexico peppers. You're going to absolutely love it. As you come down our line, you're going to find our steaming hot tortillas, the fresh meats ready to order. You're going to choose your lettuce, your pico, all the toppings you want. And don't forget our cilantro lime rice and your choice of beans. You're going to get to choose what you want the way you want it. When people think of Costa Vida, I think the first thing they think about is our fresh pork. The sweet pork we serve is one of the best products you'll ever try. It's sweet, it's delicious, it's savory, and no matter what product you try it on, you're going to be inspired. My wife can't come in without having a sweet pork quesadilla. Our tortillas are handmade. Our guests love to watch them go around on the comal. They're hand pressed and they are piping hot. People love our queso and chips. They come back over and over again. It's one of our biggest sellers, especially on game day. We have a variety of salsas. We have them from hot to sweet, spicy, you name it. Come on in and try them. Whether our guests are coming in for a quick meal, or they're catering 100 people or 20 people, we're ready for all situations. Guests love our food and we want to make sure we get it on their table. Our coast-inspired atmosphere is designed to help you relax, feel like you can take a load off, enjoy the smell, the sounds, and the flavors of the coast. After seeing this, I hope you'll come check us out at either our Colleyville location or at the Alliance Town Center in North Fort Worth. I look forward to seeing you.
Let's see what you got. My mustache looks good there.
Get a real camera from Arlington Camera.
Make plans now to see The Promise at the Texas Amphitheater in Glen Rose. The Promise will transport you to another time, another place. Reach out and touch the hem of his garment. It's time for you to experience The Promise.
In order to have healthy plants, it's really important to come out every once in a while and clean them up. What we're going to do is, with geraniums, for instance, is what you call deadheading. You've got this bloom stalk that's not looking really pretty right beside one that's gorgeous. In order to get these new ones to come out, what you want to do is just reach down in and as low as you can, pinch the bloom off. What that'll do is it quits trying to send energy up into the bloom, and it'll let the plant focus more of its energy on getting new blooms coming out, so that later on in the season you'll have more and more producing as opposed to trying to keep the old ones alive.
Rubel's plants are grown locally on the family farm, so you get plants acclimated to Texas at all 4 Dallas locations. When you're ready to beautify your yard, Rubel's is where Dallas goes for plants, now with 4 locations. Check us out at rubels.com.
Think about what you'll experience in the next 5 years. A graduation, an important wedding, the birth of a child or grandchild, or maybe even settling down for retirement. Now, what if I told you you could actually predict a heart attack or cardiac event in the next 5 years? Seems impossible, right? Not any longer. Today in For Your Health, we meet with Douglas Harrington, MD of Irvine, California, the innovator of Pulse Cardiac Test, an incredible breakthrough in medical technology that is literally sweeping the nation and beyond. The Pulse test is shown to save lives by detecting the risk of America's #1 killer, heart attacks, for up to 5 years. The Pulse Cardiac Test, an innovative technology that identifies patients at risk of heart attacks who would otherwise be missed by conventional testing methods, is a simple blood test that assesses a person's risk of suffering from a future cardiac event. The ability to identify underlying silent cardiac disease and predict the likelihood of a cardiac event is crucial in preserving the health of a patient, especially those that aren't showing any symptoms.
For the longest time, there's been a huge focus on lipids, cholesterol specifically. The majority of people who have a heart attack have normal lipids. 50% of people who have a heart attack have never had any symptoms either, or they also have normal cholesterol levels. And so you get a false sense of security. One of the most important facts is that heart disease after 50 years is still the #1 killer, not just in the United States, but worldwide. The biggest difficulty is doctors underestimate the risk of people 2/3 of the time. There's 2 large international studies that showed that. They think that somebody that's thin and says they eat well and does everything right, that they can't have heart disease. And the opposite is true.
So even someone like me?
Absolutely. My favorite people to talk to are the people who are health fanatics. They are exercising hours a day, they eat everything, they take supplements. And it turns out that there's a certain type of personality that's associated with a lot of stress, and a lot of these people put stress on themselves to be healthy. And that turns out to be unhealthy. You don't know what things have affected your body, and it's silent until you're either dead or you've had a heart attack. So for us, the biggest challenge was to figure out a way to find you or somebody like you that looks healthy and actually has heart disease before they actually develop the full-blown disease or die of a heart attack. And that's really what drove us to develop the Pulse Cardiac Test.
tell us, Dr. Harrington, how did the pulse test come about?
Most of the tests that are currently used to evaluate heart disease, unless they're direct measurements using a catheter or radiation, are really correlating with heart disease, but they don't actually detect that you have it. The pulse cardiac test is actually measuring those signals that go to your immune system, and it does two things. Number one, it makes the pulse cardiac test diagnostic, because we are telling you that yes, you have some injury to your arteries. And then what it does is it uses that same information to determine what your actual residual risk is, and then we use that same information to predict your risk of having a heart attack in a 5-year period.
In a society where self-health care is taking shape due to high insurance costs and the advances in technology, the pulse cardiac test seems like a starting point for saving money, but more importantly, saving lives.
If you have a heart attack, 1 out of 19 people is going to die initially because we're very good at keeping you alive. Okay, the other people that survive though, number one, it's a huge cost. On average, an uncomplicated MI is about $1 million. The actual cost of hospitalization is even higher if it's a complicated MI. But the real problem is that if you survive the heart attack, in about 2 years, half those people will be permanently disabled and not able to support their family and will be a burden on their family. If you could prevent that, why would you not want to do that? Why put your head in the sand? You can do something about it. There are numerous interventions that allow us to minimize that risk if we know you have it.
Why wouldn't each and every medical practice want to offer this test? It's quick, it's affordable, and it could potentially save so many lives.
To be honest with you, each and every practice should be offering the test because it is affordable, it's easy to do, and it's a simple blood draw. And it gives them information that's actionable and they don't get right now. So the bottom line is, yes, we want everybody to be using this that's a healthcare provider.
I want the pulse test. How do I go about it?
The easiest way to get the pulse cardiac test is for you to go to your own physician or healthcare provider and request it. You request the pulse cardiac test. And if they're not familiar with it, please make them aware of the Pulse Cardiac Test website, and there's a wealth of information there. They can even order the test components online at that spot.
Dr. Harrington has been featured on television and the news from coast to coast with his groundbreaking technology. Home and Lifestyle TV will continue to cover the Pulse Cardiac Test, as well as stories from those who've been helped by it. Keep a pulse on them by going to homeandlifestyletv.com or our Facebook page, where we'll have even more tips from Dr. Harrington. For your health, I'm Lisa Hart with Home and Lifestyle TV.
It's time to take a look at another winner of Home and Lifestyle TV's Best of DFW Burger Challenge. What do mouth-watering burgers and hauntings have in common? We're talking about Snuffers Restaurant and Bar.
Hey, how's everybody doing? I'm Steve Chambers, Director of Operations. One of the things I'm really proud of is how fresh everything is. And we're also known for our world-famous cheddar fries. We have Wisconsin-aged cheese, Hormel bacon, Idaho French fries. They're absolutely addicting. They're world famous.
So like ghost hunters, we sought out to prove or disprove these sizable claims.
How we build our burgers, again, it's fresh. And then we build it from the bottom up. So we would have mustard, onion, lettuce, tomato, and then we add the burger, melted cheese, and then the fresh bun on top. So Texas is obviously hot. There's nothing better than coming in and getting an ice cold beer or our famous Snufferita. We also have a great drink menu that we put in about a year ago that has a tremendous amount of fresh drinks. We haven't changed any of our core recipes. We've been voted 5 out of the last 6 years best burger, best French fries in Dallas.
Snuffers is in actually a Haunted Places of Dallas book. One of the most recent stories, clear as day, I heard my name called. It was a clear Frank. That's the first time I've ever been startled by this ghost here at Snuffers. So I spent about another 20 minutes just checking the bathroom, the office, the kitchen. A lot of people don't know, but there's a lot of things that were brought into this building from the old front room where the ghost originally came from. So there's a hallway to the restroom that all the tables on that wall are from the front room. Stories in the front room about the temperature dropping to like freezing cold instantly, the lampshades swinging back and forth. The whole table set up like this would be at the end of the table within an instant. You would leave the room and come back and they would be there. The one I saw was the picture of a man. In the old back room, they saw a figure come down the hallway and then just passed right out the door one day. Just kind of exciting to see orbs and temperature readings around you and someone tell you, hey, the ghost is following you around.
Thanks for all the food, fun, and chills, snuffers. We know we'll be in again soon. Here's to another Best of DFW Burger Challenge winner.
The warming weather and budding trees tend to make your green thumbs itch to get out there and plant some spring flowers. So what do you do when you don't know a daylily from a daffodil? No worries, we buzzed on over to Rubel's to talk Texas plants with none other than plant pro Mark Rubel. He gives us what we need to crank up our home's curb appeal from ho-hum to wow.
Hey Lacey, nice choices.
Now Mark, I know a lot of people out there have a green thumb. Unfortunately, I'm not one of them. Now that doesn't mean I don't love all this color in my front yard. Can you give me some pointers?
Sure, you don't necessarily have to have a green thumb. You just have to find something you like and buy things that are going to be acclimated to the area. We've got geraniums, which we grow here in Dallas. We've got Marguerite daisies, which will bloom all through the summertime. We've got grasses that are perennials and come back all the time. Gerber daisies, again, a really underrated perennial. And a whole bunch of different things here at Rubel's that we can bring to you or that you can come and get from us.
Now Mark, spring has sprung, so what's the best thing to put in the ground now?
Well, right now we have a bunch of things like pentas, zinnias, periwinkles, impatiens for the shade, or begonias, especially your dragonwing begonias, which is a very big blooming plant. They get great green leaves on them, pink or red blooms, and those will go right straight through the summertime. They'll do great for you in the heat and last all the way up until a freeze usually. We have a bunch of things like your salvias, which are all good for hummingbirds, especially the black and blue salvia. It's one of my favorites. Also, we have things like the candy tuft and the scabiosa, which is a terrible name for a plant, but a beautiful bloom. We also have things like citronella plants, which do exactly the opposite. They'll chase away mosquitoes. Plant a few of these and it'll keep a few of them out of the yard for West Nile purposes. You might be able to keep a few of them away from the kids or from the house. We started here at the Farmers Market in 1984, a family-run business. My dad and my uncle started it. We started the Farmers Market where there was a few little small flower vendors, and every year our little 10-foot by 10-foot stall got to be a 10 by 20 and a little bit bigger and bigger. And we just loved this area, and so we just stayed down here. At this point, we've got 4 retail nurseries: Lemon Avenue, Grand Avenue, the main stores here at Pearl Street, and then also the brand new store at Rosemead, which incorporates a farmer's market up close to Carrollton. We've been doing it for quite a while and we're pretty good at it, and growing our own things makes it nice and easy for us to make sure we're getting all the right stuff. We've got 120 greenhouses where we grow everything, and that number is growing all the time. And if we can't grow it or if we don't have it, we'll find somebody that does and be able to bring it in. I don't know exactly how many different types of plants we grow, but I know that our greenhouses last year, we grew close to 500,000 flats of pansies alone in the fall. And that number is increased during the springtime when we're doing 75 or 80 different crops of different plants.
Well, this looks really fun.
Yeah, this is the new trend in home gardening. It's actually the culinary gardening, where you're taking your lettuce, your tomatoes, your peppers, putting them all in a raised planter and taking that to even your patio, your back porch, or even in your apartment. You'll be able to grow your own salads. And what you can do is just go in and cut any of these off and eat them right from there.
Oh my gosh.
Pull up a chair, we'll sit down and eat.
So after all of this great advice, we couldn't resist digging deeper, heading off where all of this beauty begins, at the Rubel farm.
This is where it starts. My younger brother Matthew grows everything out here, and we've got about 30 acres of growing space, about 120 to 140 greenhouses. But we start them from small plugs and grow them all the way up to the size that we sell at the nursery. We ship everything through our 4 nurseries and distribute it through the Metroplex from there.
Or why is that important that y'all have your plants right here in Texas? They're already acclimated to the climate.
Well, right now we're just 8 miles from downtown, 15 miles from our farthest away nursery. And so that way we can get plants and do deliveries every single day. We can bring a truckload of plants straight from the farm. So you're getting basically off of the planting shelves into your house within 24 hours in some cases.
Hey everybody! So you might have the best intentions of pulling off that DIY do-it-yourself project, but if you're like me, those intentions don't always pan out. Say you're getting ready to sell your home. Who has the time or the ability to repair all those nail holes, bathtub cracks, and damaged doors? Or maybe you love your home for the most part, but the master or the kitchen could use a little updating. When it comes to repairs, remodeling, and salvaging those abandoned do-it-yourself projects, Lone Star Remodeling definitely comes to the rescue. They're a full-service interior and exterior remodeling company serving North Texas for over 35 years. They make sure your planning, design, and construction process is simple, straightforward, manageable, and within your budget. From simple room painting to a complex kitchen remodel with a wine cellar, Lone Star will ensure that you love your home's new look. This media room entry was quite the worse for wear. Lone Star Remodeling offered a cost-efficient solution. The doors were removed, casing enclosed, and dramatic blackout theater curtains were installed, providing a more modern concept. And this set of French doors is the highest traffic area in this gorgeous home, and also well loved by their dogs. This family has plans to sell their home, so instead of going to the expense of completely replacing the doors, Lone Star Remodeling again had a frugal option. They repaired the doors and then applied plexiglass to protect the doors from the pup's scratches. The new homeowners will then have the choice of keeping or removing the plexiglass, and voila, the doors are still preserved. So how many times has this happened to you? The light bulbs start going out in that high chandelier, but unless you have your own massive ladder or scaffolding, you're going to be in the dark. Plus, it's always best to give those big projects to a real professional to avoid costly mistakes. And all that holiday decor doesn't get back into the attic by itself. Lone Star Remodeling will even take that burden off your shoulders, leaving you with more time to recharge after a hectic season. Well, I tell you what, I'm inspired. My to-do list is definitely growing. And the best part, I'm going to let Lone Star Remodeling handle it all. Save me the time, money, and the hassle. Give them a call today.
Make plans now to see The Promise at the Texas Amphitheater in Glen Rose. The Promise will transport you to another time, another place. Reach out and touch the hem of his garment. It's time for you to experience The Promise. Rubel's plants are grown locally on the family farm, so you get plants acclimated to Texas at all 4 Dallas locations. When you're ready to beautify your yard, Rubel's is where Dallas goes for plants, now with 4 locations. Check us out at rubels.com. Make plans now to attend Plano Trade Days July 6th and 7th. It's food and shopping, fun for the whole family. Come shop and sell with us. Reserve your booth now for Plano Trade Days July 6th and 7th.
Let's see what you got. My mustache looks good there.
Get a real camera from Arlington Camera.
We hope you've enjoyed this episode of Home and Lifestyle TV from Gaylord Texan Summerfest. I'm Lisa Hart. Check us out online to watch these and many other features again and again. And we'll see you next time on Home and Lifestyle TV DFW. Everything home and lifestyle. We bring it all home.
Even I know this is a knockout. Rose? Really? This is the Mac Daddy of bugs.
This is the best one I've ever seen. This is it.
I love that. Thank you. Well, there has to be about 1,000 different varieties of plants right in front of me. Do you know all the names?
Yeah, every single one of them. Bill and Terry and Bob. What you can do is just go in and cut any of these off and eat them right from there.
Oh my gosh.